My name is Moshe Gabai. I live here at kibbutz here, just overlooking the Sea of Galilee. I grew up in Switzerland to an Israeli father and a Swiss mom, and in 2002, at the age of 19, I decided to move to Israel. It was the time of the Intifada, and there was I remember a huge horrible terror attack in Tel Aviv in a nightclub in 2001. It was 1 year prior to when I made Aliyah, and this has shocked me as well. And that was the time when my cousins from my father's side were serving here in the army. And I really felt in Switzerland that I don't have any mission, I have no values I can do something for. And therefore at that moment I decided I want to move to Israel. So I finished my school education, and at the age of 19 then in 2002 I came to Israel and wanted to join the army. So the main thing was really to serve my country. I felt Israeli. I grew up with a Jewish identity, but we went to church and with our faith in Yeshua, but I had a very Jewish Israeli identity. I look as well Israeli. I was the Israeli and the Jew at school. So therefore this identity has shaped me and given me the urge to really do something for my nation. I thought I'm maybe going to serve in the army and then come back, but has changed, especially when I served in the army. It really made me even more part of Israel. I grew up to this land. The most challenging part of making Aliyah in Israel is that you're coming from a different culture into the Israeli culture. And as you know, Israelis who are born here, we call them sabra. They are the sabres, the cactus fruit that is sweet inside but very rough outside. And that is the Israeli culture. And especially when you come from Switzerland, it's quite a shock. At the beginning, I always felt like I cannot fight enough for my things, for my rights, for my things. Wherever I go, I always felt the new immigrant that everybody takes advantage of. And it took me quite some years, first of all, to learn to fight for my rights and my things, but as well to realize that I'm actually not that bad. And at the moment, it's an advice for everybody who does Aliyah, to be confident of who you are and not always think that your background or you're coming from a nice country to Israel, that you're not a good fighter in that perspective. So at the moment, you really kind of let this rest and say, I'm doing not bad and I don't need to succeed in everything, and I need to choose my fights in this country. And then I felt much better, and as well it gives you a much better flow in success. When you know to balance out what is good for you, otherwise you're always just pushing with your nerves to the maximum, and it's not generally healthy. So yeah, be confident of where you come from and of yourself, um, and and this will help you as well to see the advantages you bring with you from wherever you grew up, um, and use those in the right perspective. Yeah, in my time in Switzerland, when I grew up to an Israeli Jewish father and a Swiss Christian mom, we went to church, to a Pentecostal church there where I grew up, and that has shaped my faith. But on the other hand, I had a Jewish identity. My parents, they celebrated the feast with us. Switzerland, the Feast of Tabernacles, we built a tabernacle in the middle of the living room and not outside because it was cold. But we always celebrated those feasts. We had Shabbat dinners, and that has given me my identity. And I think that's very important. First of all, God has a reason why He gave us those feasts to celebrate. As well, the calendar of the land, and that is just amazing. Here in the country, we are now at the time of Shavuot, and especially living in a kibbutz, we celebrate. It's really a kibbutz celebration, because we own here a lot of land. We own about 400 acres of farming land as a kibbutz community, and we are very aware of the calendar, of God's calendar of the land of Israel. All these feasts are based on this land, and Shavuot is the feast of the first fruits, the harvest of wheat, and you see this all around here in our area and our fields, how we harvest the wheat at this time. So it's just amazing to be, so many celebrations, so many feasts during the year, probably more than any other nation in the world. And that is just bonding families together, that is creating identity, and as well a lot of insights into as well Jewish thinking, Jewish feasts, God's appointed feasts, but as well in connection to Yeshua and the New Testament. So there's so much unhidden and hidden as well, and it's just an amazing journey to deal with it and learn more about it. We celebrate all the feasts either at our house, having guests, or at family, and we are guests. But Shavuot specifically, we always celebrate now as a community at the kibbutz, because the kibbutz is connected to agriculture and owns all these fields. We especially have a big celebration during those days. So the whole kibbutz comes together, we eat together, we have performances of the children, and we every Shavuot give like a list of all the fruits and the vegetables and anything we have been growing over the years. And it's just nice to see, to feel that as a community you really create something, and you have this agriculture and you're part of this mission. So it's very much connects you to the land of Israel. So that's what we do during Shavuot, and probably 400-500 people here together with hundreds of kids. So it's just an amazing experience. I think first of all, making Aliyah to Israel is not an easy thing. We are called to do this. Jews around the world are called to make Aliyah and come and live in the one and only nation for the Jewish people. Now, it is not easy, and especially if you come from a country that is better than Israel or wealthier than Israel, and especially Switzerland. For me, I came from one of the wealthiest countries in the world, came here, and was shocked at the age of 18. In Switzerland, I earned, 24 years ago, I earned $4,000 as an 18-year-old, coming here and going to the army and getting 400 shekels, like $100 a month. So it's just hard for me always at the beginning to, comparing what would I do and how would my success look like. And then the situation here, then the war and things going on, and the insecurity have as well. From Switzerland, one of the safest countries, 700 years, no war, coming here where every moment either you have to go. I was now 1.5 years in the reserves, and you are dealing soon with children, your own children going to the army. So it's filled with challenges. But on all of this, it teaches us to trust God even more. So I think that was the number one lesson in this country, that the challenges surrounding us are strengthening me personally in my faith. and trusting Him that He brings everything to the right thing. I do think to be successful in Israel, come here, be confident from, as I mentioned, from where you come from, your benefits from the culture that you came from and the skills that you have that not everybody else has in this country. So I really encourage to find this little niche and not go for something that everybody does, but really find a niche where you feel you have a unique spot, and then to call God and ask God for showing really your purpose in this land. When I came after the army and needed to take care of my living in this country and wanted to be independent for my parents as well and not be on my own feet, um, I really wanted to show Christian believers around the world my country and how this country has strengthened my faith in Yeshua. So it's a personal experience I went through, and I really wanted to share this, especially through my own church I've been attending in Switzerland, and many others. So I decided to bring groups to Israel, to show them the land. I think at that time I was the only Swiss person doing this and bring groups from Switzerland. And this became a success, and then it spread around the whole world, and bringing groups from all over. But I feel like it's just stepping into this, what God really wants you to do. Do it with a passion and what you believe in, and then find as well a bit the niche where you don't have too much competition in this land. So therefore Israel is the fourth happiest nation in the world. If you do it and you trust God and you go for it, Israel, with all its challenges, we're still the fourth happiest nation in the world. So, and that I really feel. I'm at a good point in my life, and I'm thankful with all the challenges, but having a family and live here, and as well doing what I love to do. So I really encourage you, if you're hesitating, doesn't matter what age, just do it and come here. And with His help, it will work out.